All right, welcome back to the channel. It is that in-between week of like after Christmas, before New Year's. It's kind of how the weather feels out here, but it's actually pretty nice, pretty warm out here, a little windy. Actually, well, like I said, it does feel good. So we're gonna hop right into this video. It has been a while since I've actually done a video on the Mustang, so there's gonna be two videos here. They're gonna follow back to back, so same spot filming right after filming the first one. So let's go ahead and dive into this first video. The first video is not going to be long. There's going to be, so side note, there is going to be content for the 4Runner coming. I actually had to drop it off at the shop to go ahead and get that final skid plate mounted and some other stuff. But we're here to talk about the Mustang, so let's go ahead and talk about the Mustang. So the Mustang, where has it been? Well, it's been at home, and, you know, as busy as the holidays are, I really just didn't have time to go ahead and just make content for the vehicle. At the same time, I did not want to like rush any content because kind of didn't really have any. I was waiting for stuff to come and waiting for stuff to get done to the vehicle. But a couple days ago, I got a random box and I was like, what the hell is this from? There was nothing on it. And then I opened it and it was the tubular front control arms that are going to go with the Maximum Motorsports K-member and the caster camber plates. So if you haven't been following the build, the next video will definitely cover everything of this year. So we have every piece now that I need to go ahead and take the motor and transmission basically out of the vehicle in such a way, I guess, maybe just go ahead and drop it out of the entire vehicle. Nothing like modification wise to the engine or transmission hopefully has to be done, but if it has to, you know, go ahead and do that. There is some squeaking coming from, I believe, one of the pulleys, so I might go ahead and change out any of the pulleys that are probably bad. That's one of the things I've noticed while owning a Coyote over the past almost decade, I guess, into this car, that seems like the factory pulleys do just seem to kind of wear out super fast. So other than that, I hope this person doesn't come over to me, but apparently they are. So I didn't even know like there's like dirt bike, I guess, trails or something that somebody can hit over here. I don't know. So anyways, that's where like that over the entire summer they built this like entire like townhome thing going, I guess. I don't know. Back to the video. So we're talking about the pulleys. I could probably go ahead and switch those out. And then put the K-member in. So hopefully, I think this K-member setup is going to be more, much friendlier to the street. And to be honest with you guys, this car, you know, I get more enjoyment out of taking this car out for like, you know, maybe if it's a car event, like a car meet or something, the once in a while that I do go to. I don't want to take this thing to the drag strip or anything like that because I don't want to break anything with it, to be honest. And if I do break something, I'd rather just kind of be on the street of me messing around with it. So the only other thing, we're going to let him pass. The only other thing that I've added that isn't really, it's cool to me, is I was able to add this, and I added that back in November, the little oil cap cover. But the other big thing that I finally got added to this was an entire new rear windshield with the defroster cables hooked up, actually, so that way this defroster does work just in case if I ever take this car out in the winter time or just a cold morning. What that means to me, it's not like a big deal to anybody. It's not like a modification to the car. It was one of the biggest issues that I had with this is when I basically had to, like, I took the tent off myself. My girlfriend and I took the tent off of this back in Mustang Week. And then when I took this car to get both window regulators and the motors, which were both brand new, off the shelf, I took it to a place that's pretty local here. It's probably about like 5 minutes up the street, you know, 10 minutes with traffic. And then they screwed it up, in my opinion. I didn't want to take it back to them either because I felt like after you do that, people will get annoyed and shit like that. So I went ahead and took it to the first place that I should have taken it to get the rear window done. So with that being said, they did a really good job, in my opinion. It looks, you know, phenomenal, brand new. I'm not going to put any stickers on it, how the old one had. It had like a line of like car sponsors, or not car sponsors, but like people I support, I guess. And I think I'm just going to leave it clean. I think it looks cleaner without any stickers on it. And what they were telling me, because I had them look at where they had the door gasket seals put in at the first place, they told me that they didn't do it correctly here. So I think they went and corrected both of them while they were putting in the rear window. And these being frameless door windows or some... So basically just like the window, I guess, doesn't have a frame it goes into, however you explain that. When the window goes up, it doesn't seal. And they pointed that out. They're like, right here, we kind of took a look at it. But there's nothing that we can really do without kind of charging you. And I was like, that makes sense. So I'm going to take it back to them, hopefully probably in January. Have them, this is a brand new driver's side window with the regulator and all that. Fix the seal right here. And then the passenger side doesn't necessarily do the same thing, but this window will go up very, very, very slow. And what bothers me with that is before the window regulator was switched out, the window went up, a lot faster. And the reason I had this side replaced was because it was already acting up. I felt like the window motor itself was going to go out. So went ahead and had that. So they were talking to me and they were saying like there's little plastic gears or something. Real cheap, of course, obviously. They might have gone bad, but they'll take a look at it and then they'll go ahead and take care of both sides. So that's basically the last thing to do with that. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and have all the windows tinted in the car. And then we're going to take this car to hopefully find somebody to go ahead and paint it. So, and remove these side scoops. Kind of tired of looking at the Saleen side scoops. Some people like it for some reason. I honestly don't, but we're going to do that. So yeah, that's basically the last few things that have happened, that have gone on the past couple weeks or so with this car. The back window was a big plus for me, like I just explained. And then just randomly getting the control arms to the K-member, the non-offset ones. And then that's really it. So it basically just ties everything in the car together. And then that way I can go ahead and find somebody that can paint the car. And then we can go ahead I can go ahead and find a set of SW lights. Maybe throw away some of this trash. People just throw trash out. It kind of blows my mind that there's a trash can at the gas station right there. But yeah, so ties everything together. Go ahead and clean up the car as much as possible to make it easier for the person that's going to paint it. Everything else, like, it's just time for new headlights. These are already starting to clear coat or whatever it is, the film over it, just starting to peel. And these, kind of like right here, it just gets weathered. So I know the ones from at least I can imagine from SW Lights or something like that, the more money you spend, hopefully that doesn't happen. So, you're paying over $1,000 for headlights, but it's kind of worth it. But at the same time, I should be trying to keep this car cleaner. I just haven't really had time. As much as I would love to drive it more and more, it's kind of on that point to where it's finished. Get the paint done to the car, slap some new headlights on it, some retrofitted ones, maybe some fog lights like with the kit I talked about that they have, and then go ahead and boost the car, and then that way we can move on from this car. And it stays on the channel. I'm not going to get rid of the car, but at the same time, we can go ahead and move on to look for something else. So that's where we're at with this. Those are the next moves for the car. So I'm going to hop right into the next video after this. So this is basically just getting you caught up on what's going on with the car. So I'm going to end it here. I'll catch you guys later. If you check out the other video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you.